Yoo-hoo! And thanks for tuning in to another awful movie review. There aren't that many attempts at blending the film noir genre, with its characteristics of mystery solving and detectives, with horror. Examples of this are Seven or Angel Heart, which were pretty good. And another one which gave the genre mishmash a shot was The First Power. But guess what? It fails at both.
You wanna bet?
But just before we get going, if there's a bad movie you'd want me to review, leave me a comment down below. Don't forget to like this review, subscribe, let me know your thoughts and feelings on The First Power, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on another bad movie review every Friday and cult horror review every Tuesday.
Right on, I'm with you, pal.
Actor Lou Diamond Phillips
Oh.
takes on the role of an LAPD detective named Logan, in charge of tracking down serial murderers and bringing them to justice. He gets help from a confidential informant who also happens to be a psychic. He doesn't seem to ask too many questions, but hey, she seems to be always right, so why not?
Go to hell, lady!
But one day, Logan brings to trial a vicious individual named the Pentagram Killer, who the psychic warns that he cannot get the death penalty because it would have disastrous consequences. No one is bothered to ask why, but the guy is put to death anyways, but only for his vengeful soul to come back and start killing again. He uses different bodies of random people as hosts to carry out his murders, and so it's up to Logan and his psychic friend to stop him.
Hey, look, I don't like the feeling of this, man. It's spooky.
I would be lying if I said The First Power was an entertaining movie to sit through, because it's just not. It's boring.
My mother went crazy.
The first half was cheesy, but kind of harmless in a way. It wasn't very good, but it occasionally did have its little moments. But it's during the second and third act that things really start to spiral out of control.
Is this a stakeout or a fucking parade?
Because first of all, for a story that is so widely far-fetched and complicated, some things just go virtually unexplained. We are told the Pentagram Killer was a Satanist, so when he was put to death, the devil somehow granted him the power of resurrection, which normally only Christ has, which is why he can only be defeated with a metal dagger in the form of a crucifix, which has to go right through his heart, just like you'd use a wooden stake for a vampire or a silver bullet for a werewolf. It's stupid, but sure, whatever.
You're gonna listen to me and I don't want any more horse shit.
The movie has a very hard time distinguishing itself from the countless supernatural horror films that came before it. Like I said, for a movie that has such an imaginative storyline, the script, the continuity, and the characters are so lazily handled that it makes this boring as hell sometimes.
I don't have time to play games.
Yes, this suffers from heavy miscasting in my opinion, because I don't feel like Lou was fit for this role.
I don't care what anybody says.
He's just not the compelling, rugged, mysterious, hard-boiled detective that the script sets him out to be, especially since he was only 28 years old when this came out. Probably Humphrey Bogart, a Clint Eastwood, or a Bruce Willis would have been a better choice. Someone who's more weathered and doesn't have a baby face and a smart-ass look all the time.
I never thought you'd go this far.
And the chemistry between him and the psychic is awful. They spend their time bickering at each other, full of aggressiveness and snarky remarks, but then it dives into the movie cliché bin as they soon patch things up and start kissing. This is not interesting and I did not desire to sit through it. Tracy Griffiths as the psychic is another bad choice. She's annoying and I couldn't bear her.
Adios, creep.
Another problem with this is the writing. The script lacks original ideas, and so it just dives into the most derivative and non-interesting manner of telling the story. What the second half of this movie is our duo of disgrace, searching for something which will help them to catch the killer. The killer in question shows up, he murders someone, then disappears, and that's it. It's repeated several times until it hits the 1 hour and 30-minute mark, and it's time to wrap this piece of crap up. What I found funny is that the title appears twice in the very beginning during the credits. It's like the production crew knew this movie was gonna be a flop and be boring, so they showed the title twice, just so the bored audience wouldn't forget what the heck they were watching. And you know what? I'm probably still gonna forget about this real soon. What an awful movie.